MMS. Our very wonderful channel. We want to say a very big thank you to you. Welcome to our studios where we stream live and broadcast with the best result, a system that never fails. We want to say a very big thank you. Share our content with your wonderful friends. You all deserve the best, and there's a reason why today we want to dress like this or look like that. And we are controlling the system because there are energies around that really won't be doing well. There is a mask of some evil spirits working around the angels. And so we decided to say a very big thank you to you all. You know how we dress today. You are not supposed to be seeing everything, just everything. Because they want to say that we are black. We are also saying that we are not black. See everything for yourself. They decide to make it look like black on the screen for you. See my fingers. I hope you can see what is happening there. So there are things actually moving with. So that I show you if the Lord decides to make things the way it is for you to see, it's because we are working with different systems. And that system must follow our guidance the way it is. Let's take a quick move and watch something here very carefully. That's why this time I want you to really pay more attention to what I'm guiding. Now let's take a close of this moment. Check in quickly. I have this wonderful discussion here too. Let's look at this. Now there's a need for you to understand these things on the screen. Defiling a nation. You know, a nation is actually referring to somebody. You all decide to defile somebody, or there's just a few of them that will know their nation and not defile them. And there's a thing that you're also doing. That is checking here. So defiling nation or defiling a nation and things you shouldn't do. So actually, anytime you begin to do something wrong, the Lord will also sing down to you before you're somebody. Somebody is killing somebody's image, but I command that help to return to that person because they are having a situation that is called heart disease. I command that thing back to them now. Tell them their God and their image. Look, my image can be with you, but you shall do nothing because I am author of life. I can kill everyone or destroy them, but they cannot kill me. You know why? Because I am not one spirit like they say. Maybe image of something, or they make you a ghost and you are dead. They don't know how many times I can live. They don't know how many times I can transform. You see, as we are working now, they just don't want me to come up live to tell you what I have to. And I'm not using their gateway. If it were their gateway, they'll say that, oh, they will give excuses. I tell you why people are dying. Why you don't have to do something. You don't have to sin to say we have all sinned. Listen here, you know. Listen well on the screen. If they want to prove stubborn, I will invite myself and that my US will be here in my kitchen in US, and then we'll see what is capable of working something or handling issues. How Ghanaians have failed, how Africa they have failed is why I'm here telling you what is it. I'm not black. You know, there's no angel that is called black unless you have Ghanaians who are black, and those who are accepted to be black, they are black indeed because they are dead. Let's say here, the Ghanaians being black is dead because they have not even realized that a star that is dark is dead because they have not known it. And those of us who have hailed from the land where it is, the Lord who chose it to make us fair and these colors and appeared in that scheme. We don't have a scheme. We have a scheme because we changed to heavens. And that's what we are. It is a matter of you knowing this. The ambulance carrying dead body, carrying it everywhere in this world. It is that thing which is not good. For a failure to doing this, it's actually they dead. They are dead in spirit. They are dead in all things. They have nothing as this distraction. Do you know what they are doing? They want to say that. They want to kind of stop me from saying this. I am not one of them controlled by them because I win all battles. I am 34 years of living in generation beyond. I carry none of their image. I'm not an image. If there was a God that says, let's create man in our likeness, in our image, I am not one of them. For I cannot create human being of such a day with sin, prostitution. You know what I'm saying? I am the love, yet I have not impregnated anybody. That is how you are able to control yourself, even if the Lord has said that you should take care of something of him. Listen well. Defiling a nation. Go read Leviticus. We are going to handle so much here, so you take attention. Pay more attention here because I'm going to look. If I define what is here and you see it as life and death, then you know where you belong. There's a reason why we don't die because we are not going to die. Even if they claim they have killed us here, we will be in that place. That is our happiness, freedom. There we can deal with them very well again because we have observed what is needful in the first place. holy high place of the Lord. I am not born of a prophet or a pastor, but a military nation, a great one, defending powers. How is the prayer of a military? You don't have a weapon to carry yourself on the street or to go and defend something in the forest, so you have not hailed yourself to that place. And so you know not light, you know not anything that is white. Listen here. Leviticus 21, verse 11. Take that just for instance, before I open the whole scriptures to you, what we're going to be treating here. And you also must pay attention to this one. Titus 1:15. These two have something really good. They want to say they have killed somebody. But do it really die? No, we are a virgin. How? You don't have a power to kill a virgin in such a day. Where were they where we were coming? That we have grown and we are 34 years of living and living beyond. Don't you like the screen? I designed this. Everything, whatever is of the Lord of heavens and nature of authority. You do not have to belong to the old heaven that everyone says they are going. Allow them to go. We are going to the new heavens and the new earth. We are not going to dwell on earth with them in that old earth and old heaven. For in the scripture it is foretold that the old heaven shall wipe away. It shall vanish like smoke, into cloud like smoke. And the whole earth shall be destroyed. It is, I'm telling you this. Look, they can kill, but they have nothing. Hey, they are dwarf. Tell them, they cannot appear before me. They are even afraid. They will respect me because that's my honor. I travel places in the wilderness and outside this country. I'm telling you, nothing could stop me from going outside. So this is why I've won. So not only in Ghana have I also been, but I go somewhere. So the forces, the great good ones, the wealth, which also came from outside, is also working here. So if Ghana claims, what are the other countries? I want you to listen very well here. I'm not talking about somebody here because this is not there. I'm talking about our work. They sin and you are sinning. Do you know why? They sin and you are the one they are trying to use, the good things that you have. And when you fight for the one whose life is in danger, then he will also now be used by the same devil to also fight you again. But I tell you, I shade them off. You know what? I shade them with nothing like black, but these beautiful colors on the screen. I hope you can see what is there. So let's dive into this straight away. Now, defiling nation and things you shouldn't do. So because we are talking about life matters in the Lord is different as to you, a nation or politics. There is no politics in the Lord. But in the Lord, if you find the word politics, it is the activities that you find to be that. That's why it's so different from this. So a nation that lacks knowledge. Look at what they do with ambulance, the ambulance service. Let's look at it. Do you know what is supposed to be real for you here? Real. I'm not going to talk about ambulance as a vehicle. You don't have to convey dead body and go around with this dead body trying to locate a place for their safety. No. It is defilement of the nation and the prophets and the holy one, the saints. And for lack of knowledge, the people dying. Not that I have not told you. For when I go, you know that you never have anybody like me to teach you. I have a better place to dwell. Know anything. Listen here, somebody. Look, just share this content. I'm telling you, I'm not a child because I'm 34 years plus of living. You know, 34 is 7. So I am 7. They don't know the difference between being 7 at the same time 34. I don't need those things. So I wipe out certain things only to show you what is happening. Now check somebody what I'm going to tell you on the screen. It is really good to say such things over the screen. Now check it again. Check it, somebody, with your own eyes and listen so well. What you need to listen to, pay attention well here. The good eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him and do his will, but not everyone who mentions his name. That is already cursed. So take out the curse and let us concentrate more on something really profitable to the Lord in the Lord. Do you understand me? There is a needful part of this. That is the doing of the Lord. I want us to pay more attention. They don't want you to listen to. There are scriptures that will tell you. I'm not telling you about Bible or religion. I'm telling you why, because I am practically living. So I'm telling you what in practicals I experienced the Holy Spirit, the good angels. I don't have to force myself to talk to you, somebody, but I'm telling you, they are crying because somebody says their soul is that me. I'm not the soul that dies. I don't die. I have more than life to live abundantly. I'm telling you. Let's just eat and you see who is dying and who is living. Let both of us eat and see who lack knowledge of what spirit is and exposed to what spirit realms. And see who have the air, the power of the air. Ambulance service is not supposed to be on the street because that is where you lack knowledge. And so you are dying of somebody's own sin. Check here, somebody. You got the right to listen to this because that is what you really got. The opportunity you have today is to listen here. Now we're going to read into things here. Now we're going to take a few scriptures from this. I pay so much, so you have to listen here, somebody. What I pay is for us to know truly if the angels came with what? Everlasting life. Gospel of the heavens, not earth, not pastor, not prophet. They are all fake. They are even around when you are dying. You are being killed by human beings. Their own heart is dead, and they claim it's somebody dead. That's why most people also get heart attack. You know, because they are the same people killing the righteous without knowing they are killing themselves. They don't know we who are the spirits are so different. They want to say that they kill somebody. Can you kill Almighty in the spirit? No. So when you kill the spirit and the flesh is working, you know what I'll do? I'll create another spirit for myself. Oh, you as a come into it and take Ghana away. I'm not a Ghanaian in the first place, so you cannot have any Ghana rule. Now here, this is a content. We don't die in what people are thinking. Listen very well. I have unstoppable kind of fire. I have an unstoppable flame of the angels. I have this kind of power in my presence. You know what is love? Greatest. If I decide to dive into any affairs, you will know what the Lord is capable of doing. Listen here, somebody. Take a pen and paper. Read somebody out there. He says, Matthew 15:11. Know very well what kills you about defilement. Do you know what a defilement means? You have a role to play. If you claim you are a child of God, then you are a royal priesthood, right? So that you know why people must live and why not. And you know those saints who are to pass on judgment to the world who must die and live. And then you stop saying there's nobody and now it's only God who judges. So when God has now become flesh, what do you think will happen? My phone is not a thing that dies. My cell phone is not something to somebody's room, image or mirror. No. The mirror they were given, oh, I tell you, I am more than the mirror. See how the mirror crack and blast now, because if they claim there's a flesh that might suffer, then let's see the inanimate objects to what shall happen to them. Matthew 15:11. Take your pen and paper, write it, quote it over yourself. I'm not preaching. I am declaring. I want you to know why somebody dies and somebody is living. Because they are all, for lack of knowledge, being defined by the same thing. They carry corpse, a dead body, and siren, real ambulance everywhere. That is sin, because you are being killed by this same act. Do you not know that you are not to go to what? Even somebody who is dead? Let's take a clue of this. Now you must know it. I have to give you some very wonderful things here so that when you look at it quickly, you'll know that the Lord indeed is mighty on himself. Check here, somebody. I have wonderful terms to really agree with you. Let's go quickly. Let's take our move straight away without any delay, because I have just very limited time to doing this. I have other things doing somewhere. So Matthew 15:11 says, it is not what enters into the mouth that defiles the man. We are not talking of a man with vagina or penis. There is a creature. You don't know him, because this is a special person. So that if that person lacks knowledge, this is what will happen to him. So when people are just going and dying out of nothing and they are dying and calling to any God, that is not their God. That is not their Father. So it shall not prevail. There is no one with the truth than the one talking to you with my own gateway. See the ambulance over there. Listen. So he said what? But what proceeds out of the mouth, this defiles the man. You know what he's saying? Whatever God has created around you that you live in or on as an environment, like the food or God's own creation, the authority of his creation or the creator's creation, the product, the tangible things that you can live on for a living, it does not defile you. How we get it? It does not defile you. This is you taking air in. Air is one of the things he's talking about here. Because when you open your mouth to eat, the air goes in there. So if life goes with the food you eat from somebody cooked by somebody or prepared by somebody, what do you think will happen? Life goes with that same food, so why should you die? You don't have to die because people are dying. That is a sin. How we get it? But what after eating, if you have been given something, when that thing enters your body, now you speak the wisdom of that thing. That is life. That is when life is springing up. But if that thing be evil and you speak definitely evil, and that is how you should know even who is evil and not evil. How we get, listen to the siren. That we, because we are talking of ambulance, I hope we can see, listen well, so that you will not say that the men who are claiming preaching, they is not preaching to you. We are declaring something that you have to know right now. There's a whole lot of scriptures out there that you should know about. Listen here, somebody again. Somebody claimed to have killed us. How can they kill us and we live again? So we will take the ghost of their own fathers to deal with them, because they say they kill you and kill somebody. Listen to the ambulance. That is the siren of the whatever. It is not lawful to carry a ghost of corpse of a sinner, because you're just claiming that somebody had to go to hospital. It's not rightful for the person to have the right to go to hospital. But it is right for someone to live. That is when the person is given life. I don't take the image of people, because I'm not an image, so I don't need their image. I am a spirit, power, healing. Life, for that matter, I am. I take a good power, emotion of the Lord in the universe, not from men. For if I have life, water, and I still need of something to live on, then I may be lacking more than somebody who even cannot have food to eat for a whole month. But if I lack no knowledge of the natural Lord, the spirit, the super high power of the Lord, then I should be doing well. Yeah, because that alone will give me life. The one who claim they have killed, with their little Teresa, I change them to them. You know, there are names that have really actually become cursed with their fathers. They claim they call something Jesus. If the Lord has not given you the bullet of Jesus only because of walking and maybe you understand it, you shall have known this name. It will not work. I command Jesus out of this place now. That Jesus, that's why, you know, most people who tend to talk about in the blood of this, in the blood, they are all witchcraft and evil. So that it is easy for them to say they are the same people found in the churches. And this Christ had said to you, when you hear about they saying or claiming, he is in this chamber, or he is here, he is at this place, that is what he said, be careful. You know, that is why they deceive you more. So seeing that the gate of the church is open on Sunday does not make it a church or a kingdom or where you have life. They take your money instead. Ask them, what do they use the mobile internet for? What are they like? Or do you need me to speak our language? Okay. Holy Spirit, thank you for your coming and taking control. One of these days, we are going to just be ourselves. We are not a child born to them from their all kind of gaps. We didn't come out of them. We are not Aigbe and we are not tree. Hear you hear me now. I am not born of Aigbe. I am not also born of tree. So all these things, now you know that you shall not fake life with me, because I am so different. I am so original to life. So no Aigbe, no tree. All that they claim and boasting, this is not me. But the Lord can choose somebody from Aigbe. Not that they chose themselves, but the Lord look at the good works of the person, and that he will like that you walk with the person and see how. Do you understand me now? So that if you ever have a cross kind of system, special kind of system like this, you know why the Lord will save someone and also let go of someone else. Now, if I have also a thread to that tree, it won't be for the tree people as they claim, because God is not black. What they human as Africans have created with they themselves, make with their hand, that is black. So they paint something black too. And it doesn't make that thing black or stew. The Lord does not sit on anything that is black as a stew. It will make his light dirty. It shall defile the Lord himself. Because saints and priests, just look at how they dress. Look at how prophets, even they that are fake, they don't have a name called prophet. Whatever is fake is fake. There's nothing attached with it than being fake. How we get it? So knowing the truth and the truth sets you free. Now let's move on quickly. You have to take your time to listen to all of this. Now again, it says here, so I told you, the air you breathe in and breathe out, you should know what it gives you, if it's death or living. The food, the rice, the banku, the fufu, the kokote, whatever they call it. If you eat it and it is from the Lord and it's not man-made, that man-made would have poisoned it. But if the Lord having a good thought for you, he would have given you that you live on this food or maize, and then you live. But when it passes through a man's hand, it is dangerous. Now you have to assess it with the spirit. If you have anything sacred about it, then the spirit. So if you could not assess it and you eat it and it goes inside of you, and now the result or what you shall go through with your flesh, that is what we say defiles you, because you have not known what you were taken into. Even if it contained no life or life, you didn't know it. They kill nobody here because I'm not a cat. I'm not an image. See, I gave them my own channel and my image. They claim they kill, yet I'm talking to them. Because if they do it now, I tell them what they have done. The people, some of them are called Godwin, some of them are they are Choose, some of them are look, these are all evil names. You know why? Because God that liveth and care about his people will never kill his neighbor. How we get it? But because this is a different kind of situation, so the spirit that worked in them, you save them and they will kill you. That's witchcraft. So they are witches. And a witch cannot kill a prophet unless the prophet is not one that is made by the Lord and super spirit. And thank you so much, the Lord of Spirit. The Lord of Spirit and the Lord of Heaven, the universe, stars are the greatest. And I want to thank so much the attribute power of nature, the flourishing spirit, waters, so that we say, Lord, you are the Almighty. So the water actually give it so much time, like I say, thank you so much. So when you eat banku, and the result that comes after banku being eaten, that is what it says. So if it will kill you, it's after you eat it before you will be killed. It means that it must have been poisoned. So that if after eating it and you die, then you know that the banku you took was poison. That is the meaning. That all that I'm saying, I have a lot to tell you about this. So that it says what? But the things that proceed out of the mouth come from the heart. Do you not get it? Because anything that comes out of your mouth is from what? Springing out from something. And the heart, actually, you don't know. It's a system somewhere, not inside of you. This heart is not you. It is connected to only a spirit. And they represent the heart as spirit. But heart itself is not what is inside of you. And those defile the man. Do you understand it? How we get it? In Matthew 15:18. Here. Now let's take another few moments to go on and keep going. Now we have Mark 7 verse 15 says, there is nothing outside the man which can defile him if it goes into him. So outside, when you look outside, is it not God's creation that you see? But take somebody of you and put it to your and see if your own nature, as though you said, when you die, your human will kill you, right? And probably must have buried you. That is the meaning. But when God kills you, he will take you somewhere. Or when God places you or take you from this country to another place, he is placing you somewhere different. That is it. So that he said, but the things which proceed out of the man are what defile the man. So if you get up and you are talking about people every day, evil of them, you are also only just evil. So that is the image, the fruit that is in you, the seed, that is the fruit it's bearing. They like walking naked, showing you their kind of belly. All these things, they are signs of the devil. It's magicians, not the magic of the Lord. It's a kind of practice you didn't know. You don't even know how they got it. And somehow, suddenly, something. So their children are living for this same thing. They are showing you what their fathers who claim to have served God. They are showing their identity. Their image that you didn't see, the false part that you didn't see. Now they begin to show you their pop belly. They love showing you their belly. Do you know why? And that's why if an angel comes to you and you see your stomach, if your stomach is big, he knows you. And if your stomach is small, he knows you. Because that small stomach, he knows what it's capable of doing. And that you're saying it. Curse be thou. I am not cursing you. It's written for you. Go and make good use of the words and the spirit, meditating on it and seeing the result. You know what they've done? They claim they have killed somebody's image. And so if that thing didn't manifest right now here, what do you think will happen? Like you say, later, they say, he's sick, he had hypertension. I command hypertension. It's a disease that is not you. God did not create hypertension. Now, if people are just beginning to have spirit to defy their own enemies or their own self, their kind or righteousness, if I be a righteous person, you don't need to know it, but hear it, what I'm showing you, the path that gives life. How many times do you invest? When you give to the pastor, do they also look for the righteous man and give to them? Or now they are beginning to abuse the power or the name of Jesus to say they are all being given power? No, you are weighed down. You are not close to that name Jesus. You are not close to the highest. Have you been holy enough to now bow before the Lord, or you don't know the scripture truly? I got a very special word here. Look at it. 1 Corinthians 3:17. This, you must take it so serious. Now listen. So these are things that actually defile the body. And when death completely holds you, wow, you see, the final stage of you being defiled totally. Now listen, somebody got up and they are pressing their vagina only to cause a problem for you to also suffer what they are suffering that you do not know of. That is witchcraft and all what prostitution. You don't know what comes out of prostitution. If they are defiling themselves and it does not affect anybody, like the Lord will never also talk about it. But they do it and somebody suffer. And so those who know it, they come to tell you about what is happening. So that is prostitution and sin. So whenever you see prostitution, it goes with sin. But when you see a man or an angel showing you a path, it gives you life. So that if I impregnate you, we are going to give what? Birth to what? Children of the Lord, angels. We are not going to give birth to what? Flesh and blood. No, that's not what we are giving. But when you look for a blood, you may have a sign or color that look like a blood. But that shall not be called a blood. It's a different thing. So 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17 says, if any man destroys the temple of God, like somebody has just done, so before they did it, they have been judged and condemnation. They will never have life. So I stood right before you behind the system, and somebody killed us. They said they have killed us. How that a life that I have killed is killed. But when you do something against me, I know. That is a serious, the highest place you can do something against me is to do something attaching my heart. How we get it? You can go and print my image and do anything, it will not, because I'm not image. You are only seeing the realities. That is white man's truthfulness. Bruni, the kind of white man, the white, proving that if there be any God that they have also been hidden from, or that is hiding himself from them, through their quest and knowledge and understanding. At least, all that we say is you. When you take an image of yourself, you are going to see yourself. You will not see a stone. But at the same time, you can take an image of a spirit in you and delete that thing, that will be gone. So the devil claims he has killed you by his satanic power. Look, who is more satanic than God Almighty, the creator of the universe? In Isaiah 45, verse 7. Go there and see. So that you can. So if the Lord raise you, he will guide you. He will not give it to a prophet to look after you. That is small. Who was greatest? That you find that greatest raising somebody, yet you will be greatest too, right? You cannot be greatest if you are not given from or before time, or it was not foretold you will be that person. Because before, when you begin to dream certain things or have visions of it, means that it's already existing. Now, if you go this, look, listen. First Corinthians, or the Corinthians is telling you, because it's the righteousness of somebody good as we carry ourselves through. We give good, we offer life, and we receive abundance of it. So you cannot go to any malam that say he claims he knows, and that he will not give what is life, but he will say he himself he will die. He will die because he has no everlasting, because his led or his decisive and predecessor is not also the one who showed them that he will come for them again as life he will promise. He didn't promise them life. He only showed them a path. If they follow this, they might meet somebody. And that thing, because there was also a problem attached with, then it's a problem as they live in it, problems. Now the person has become your accuser, claiming if you are not of them, then you are this. I am not either of these religions. I am not a Muslim. I am not a Christian. Because Christian is somebody's name. So if you have not known, you are corrupt already. Islam is somebody's religion. And somebody's nation is Islam. If you didn't know, Ishmael's Islam. Ishmael is what gained what? Islam. So not the people who are in it claiming they are Muslim. That is not. So we are talking to you about somebody. It is somebody's property, not they. So if you now carry your Quran or Bibles or whatever scriptures, put it together. When I appear before you, see what you are not doing. Because I am not supposed to have been raised of you or come from you. Yet I have worked with most people of you. So that they are not the ones who came for me, but they came to my place of dwelling. That's why I gave them a little place to stay. It doesn't give them also what? It doesn't really give them the opportunity to rule. They are not kingdom. For they are just darting or tossed of wind, throwing them here and there. Probably they landed on a solid path that is supporting them small. That's what I'm saying. So 1 Corinthians 3:17 says that if any man destroys the temple of God, God will destroy him. So if you tempt me today as you have done it, hey, hell of you. The Lord who is not a mobile, but he has made it look more like a mobile, because in everything, in mobile or internet, you can see everything in the world. Now, the hidden thing is what we are telling you. The wisdom of life, the tree of life. We are not a tree for you to pull us down. We are not a block for you to lay, but we can tell you how we form such things, and what we put together, we form it. We build a nation. If you don't understand what is a nation, we are more than just prince. We are more than just royals. What can you do to somebody who's also connection, having a king or a chief who watch over a land? So what land is Muslim built? Whose land? Somebody's land is not there. So they carry only kind of religion, yet they don't have any land. And then most who claim also to be name of persons, they also claim it's just a name. They don't have any land. But those who have won, they built their kingdoms and temple-ways. So listen very well. He said, if any man destroys the temple of God, you know who is the temple of God? The Holy One carrying out his mission and visions, not the Bible or not Quran. If you burn the Quran, you have done nothing to me. If you burn the Bible, you've done nothing to me because it's all also containing dead people still. So until you are live, you cannot also see life. So God will destroy him. Not the one who destroyed the Bible or the Quran. The person who is profitable to your life. That is what he's talking about. So that for the temple of God is holy. That is, now you have seen the one you are not to destroy. The Holy One, the one who talks about the holiness, virginity. This is what is holy, not the one who just mentions holy. The one who talks about virginity and holiness, that is the Lord in truth. And that is what you are. If you are one of them, you never go against me or sin against me. So that you know sin against me 77 times for you to expect forgiveness. I will never do that. You are more than that. In future, you know what is. The future is now, knowing what is ahead. Get more of this and you know. Now, lesson here again. Now, just Matthew, I'm not mentioning names of people. I should just go tell you, but because I'm not displaying this one, I wanted to take a pen or key it somewhere that you may know if I just mention defilement of something, who you are defiling. It is the holy ones, right? You defile yourselves so that your suffering came to the holy. That is your crying. Oh. Your crying came to what? The righteous man. Now he begins to pray about certain things because it is now become a burden. Why should I don't have, Christ made it clear to you. You have to carry your burden. I'm not supposed to carry your burden. So it is a word that cannot contemplate itself. And by the authority of that beginning, of that time, and how we have upgraded and reached a far distance, where God did not create houses for us to live in, but natural one, but we have built temples, high mountains, towers, strong towers, mobile phones, light, things, and we have created things even with our own, the spirit later that is available. So you think you need the kind of glory of a white man? No, you don't need it. Look, you Africans or ourselves, somebody will say, maybe some of them will want to say they are inside of me. When I speak it, they will go out now. You are giving money, somebody's humanitarian purposes. They are giving you their money and that's why they are suffering. And you now call them curses for just blessing you with their good money. Only for you to be healed of your own cholera, malaria. How do you think it's sickness? There's a sickness for you. It's not sickness before the man of God. Because for lack of knowledge, that thing will kill you truly. How can you live in a city, type in, and you see mosquito in this country, gold, a country of gold? Is the mosquito not afraid of the kind of gold? So if the human are themselves mosquitoes, then you see mosquitoes being chanting. Then they appear in the presence of, because they have not known where they are. So they use that same presence to speak all kind of evil things against themselves. And now somebody is also making use of it. The pharmacy will make use. Look, I will have a girlfriend from the pharmacy. So we will chop. Because for lack of knowledge, we are chopping. But how many times do I eat? Go and ask them. They are good. It's not given to me. Yet they are to search for a righteous man or an angel who carries their good to the heaven. So they are not thinking of heaven. They are thinking of how you to come to church. That they rob you. You don't know. Whatever offering you are giving, God does not take any of them, single one. That's why they tell you God does not need. They only use that place to say, because that part is where you need of them to also now do the right thing. When you were told Abraham, a certain man called Abraham, had been paying tithe for only not just every day, but just a couple of times. And then he was now receiving what? More or abundantly because of a situation. Then it was. But Abraham is not my descendant, I tell you. Do you know why? If you know there's an angel to come and declare to you this, you don't have to be a descendant. But if not, you would have been that person. Those nations fighting in confusion. Look, he says, these are the things which defile the man. So know it now. Listen, but to eat with unwashed hands does not defile the man. So those things you heard already in this conversation. Or maybe to say that Abraham is the father or is older. How can Abraham be older than the one who made him? Abraham was not anywhere. As it is written, if you take it that way, he was anywhere, not anywhere close to God. Because he has no beginning of what? Working with God. But what he had realized is when wisdom was communicating, nature was communicating to him. So that loving the nature of the Lord and things, keeping it preserving, then the Lord see you to be a friend. That's why he didn't call him a son. He called him a friend. So you cannot have someone who has worked and become a son, relating his work or kind of compared to that friend. You are just a friend, but there is more than a friend. So he had become calling it as a father to many nations, but he doesn't call Ghana in. You are not anywhere connected to his blood. A descendant does not mean being born somewhere, being thrown by some sinners' children, so that you claim you have done to the angels. No, you have not done to them. Doing this to the least of my brothers, that good. He did not say when you go and give to what? Prostitute children, harlots and bad luck and things, children that you claim is charity. That is not. He said when you do it to the least of them. You don't know this list of them. There are few people you don't know. That is what you have not done. So when you give your good to those things, you rip off that thing you have sold into, if you don't understand it. So we don't have anybody here to call it what they understand. We don't have anybody here as a nation. Now, Leviticus 18:24 says that, so some of these things you are listening. Listen, it said, do not defile yourselves by any of these things. For by all these the nations which I am casting out before you have become defiled. So certain nations, you call it, you think it is blessing. No, it's not. All the nations you are seeing, they are the ones that the Lord will throw away. Because it has become obvious, pretty obvious what they do. That is not good. Because they don't even know what is sin. For carrying a human dead body in ambulance and running it from hospital to hospital, defiling everywhere, knowing very well that the royal priesthood, if is upon you, you should know what kills you and what gives you life, because it's life. You don't have to endanger yourself in life and death, because you would have endangered it first. And so if gaining the understanding and wisdom, then you should know what is giving life now. How can you have ambulance carrying a dead body from one hospital, jumping here? Somebody's seen you are carrying it and polluting the whole environment with it. You think it's wisdom, vision that you don't have. You are doing that deadly thing. So you also live a deadly place and deadly flesh. So defilement, this is where you apply it. Because you do not have anybody. Do you think Christ came to clean this part so that he places stone and ashau and prostitute and children of prostitution? You think he came to place it over there? You didn't know himself what he was, right? This is what he says is defilement. So nations that he has made known to you, that is what he's calling defilement. So when you have given birth now and you have failed to listen to what is behind you, wow, then that is where the problem is. Even you are lucky to knowing that there is a joy after what? After this a season or a generation. Surely the Lord will cast something upon you. Surely he will overtake thee. Now you should know what giveth this. Look at this. Look at this. Titus 1:15. It says that to the pure, so those who are virgins in the heart, in the flesh, in the vagina, in the penis, that do not just go into things. He said, to the pure, all things are pure. Because they know what to do to make something pure, even if it's not. If you know how to keep yourself, you can guide someone. That is another meaning of it. Now, but to those who are defiled, those who have already had sex, those who are claiming marriage is a concept and institution of God and man. This is with, listen here. You are defiled already. And unbelieving. Do you understand now? So that you only believe what you were told first, but you don't want to believe what is here coming. Yet you are expecting something. Now, he said, nothing is pure to you. To you, nothing is pure. To you, you say everyone is not a virgin, everyone is dead, everyone is this or that. No. They say, oh, you have all become wine, you all drink the same wine. You have all had sex. You think when an angel is having sex, it's sex. It's not. He might use another body or something to do this. I'm telling you. You ought to know. You are not to be taught by pastors. There's no word in pastor in heaven. So that you cannot now confuse yourself with what a pastor is, a major prophet and a minor, and all this, a priest and a royal and saint. You don't have to do that. So that you don't carry, even if a prophet or a priest is not as equal to the angel, how can you You of nothing. You who have been led by someone teaching you small one, having power. What can you do? Can you make it rain? Show me one. Now listen, he said, but both their mind and their conscience are defiled. Because if your mind is not working, you say you are dead, corrupt, you are mad, you are dead, you lack information. What drains your energy or spirit, you don't know it. If you are exposed very well to spirit power, you will know what is taking you out of something in, so that you carry yourself in every time. Or say, these are things that defiled you. Now let's move a little further. Now we go to Revelation 14:4. It says that, now these are the ones who have not been defiled with women. Now you see that if you are having sex, you are defiling yourself. So you see, you don't have the right to say, and he's married. And if marriage and sex is the purpose for which you marry, now you see, you all lack knowledge. What is here that you don't understand now? What defiled you? What woman can defile a man? Probably, if you want to look at it. How can they defile you? Now they sin against you. They sin and you are sinning. Somebody hold up their penis and vagina and scrub it, or take the fluid of their vagina and paste it on things. You don't know a spirit. You are being defiled in secret. And so you are dying of somebody's sin. They now insert their hand or do things they claim the angel told them. I didn't teach you. I have love. So maybe the love is overflowing you. And whatever comes out of you, defiled person, already corrupt, cursed, you are cursed. Unless we clean you. See, these are the ones who have not been defiled with women. For they have kept themselves chaste. What is chastity? In social studies, you learned it. At least in school, you would have learned this better. Now, when you are giving head in marriage, and you are being defiled, so the knowledge you acquired in grade, and in degree you have failed. Everything is corrupting you. In religious studies, RME, you are told everywhere, so that when you hear RME, you got something really to talk to somebody about. What wave is passing through you, or wave or error that you do not understand? Now you are understanding this. Share as many times as you will to somebody. This is what you need. At least you must have lived this life, so that when they say you are going to somewhere in heaven, you know what heaven you are going to. You are not going to people's heaven. It's a case today we are all one. No, it's not true. Angels are not as one to human, but when you see them as flesh with flesh in flesh, you will see them as human. But the work they do, you don't know it. That's why you call them human. What can a human do to you or do for you? Only when they want to defile you or steal from you or rob you. Who can control the system when the Lord is in control? Whatever it is, let it be what they are unto them, but not what I'm presenting to the world. Now listen, why do they have this living? Listen, he said, these are the ones who followed the Lamb wherever he goes. Every path he directs and they try to follow it. Everywhere they see his goodness or word of the Lord, they go there to listen. Because they need to have something from that word, not just listening. Practical. Now he said, these have been purchased from among men. So you are claiming you are Ghanaian. No, but someone has been purchased so that he's not among you. So from among you, you see him as a Ghanaian, but he's not a Ghanaian because he is of a price that you cannot also be bought. Now he says, from among men as first fruit to God and to the Lamb. This is to the Lord himself, the kind of marriage you have, so that you have a power given. Now I can have this. Why do you think I tell you I have my women? You don't know they form a body, something in me, but not all women. Only we are talking about chastity, a life that is not defiled, so that we use our telling power to tell you the twin powers, crashing something down. The serpent was gone out because they deceive everywhere. Now you see the hospital, you don't even know what is there, and the hospital tell you they are giving you good health. So why not receive good health, even if that person has now become somebody teaching you how to live, so that you have what? People who go to church and people who go this or that, all working there, only to give life. So you don't know they are talking of life now. His work was for these things. At first, he was to teach that. Now, if you have seen karma actually, you don't know what is karma. The word karma is something different. If you want to know, I decode it for you now in spirit, not as people define it. It shall definitely return to you. If life that promised, surely when life comes back, you see all that you have done. That is karma. And now it will judge you of what you have done. You cannot say somebody did it. You did it. Now look at it. Not every kind of food you can be given that you think is right. Listen, Daniel 1:8. He says, but then he made up his mind that he will not defile himself with a king's choice food or with the wine which he drank. So he sought permission from the commander of the officials that he might not defile himself. You don't know, the devil only wants me to speak something else, but I see the things more than they are saying it. You know what? Because I know the things already not as written. I am talking to you about holiness. So what is more holy than the person telling you about what? Holiness. So even if it's written somewhere, I'm not written like, I'm not just kind of anything written. But when you see the person truly, you find where he is all about giving a power onto telling you, throwing light onto those things. Not everything that claims it. Now listen here. Ezekiel is saying, Ezekiel 5:11 says that, holy be holy unto the whole holy. Life also unto the most high holy. I call not ghost of something, because I am not here to tell somebody about ghost, because I'm not an image or no ghost of somebody, but in the most holy, in the most holy, the spirit of mighty anointing and kicking of dreaders, blowing away the ungodly and every sinful thing that is hidden, so that wherever it is placed, written in against and secret of you, in treasure kind of way, I command speech like a power flame fire. Error that's find and located right now. Now renew it, command it, and make it whole. What it shall be that the name that is raptured truly not for the goodness of human, but for the purpose of what? Life hereafter. So Ezekiel 5:11 says that, so as I live, declares the Lord God, surely because you have defiled my sanctuary. So what is the sanctuary of the Lord? Holiness, virginity. Where he placed you first that you did not know. In your childhood, you didn't know that you were raised from holiness first. So that you defile yourself and now you're falling out of that. So that you now tell yourself you are a mature person. Okay, we know. But the childish thing you didn't keep is after you. Going out. Yeah, it's going wrong before you. So that he said, surely because you have defiled my sanctuary with all your detestable idols and with all your abominations, therefore I will also withdraw. So the Lord will take himself out of you. Surely when I go out of you, when I go out of this country, when I go, you know definitely I will exit this path. There's a path for me to exit. And my eyes will have no pity, and I will not spare. So he said he will not spare. The Lord indeed in mighty. So if that raises life, I was only giving Ezekiel and Co a little time to only live, but to enjoy life somewhere. I'm not saying sorry here. I don't say sorry to people. Now, if of all the bitterness, Hebrew will say that, Hebrew 12:15 says, now, see to it that no one comes short of the Lord love. You know, there's the love that is calling you to a love somewhere, of the God or the Lord, mighty one, not the God of people, but the Lord that made it from the beginning, giving himself. You know, he gives names every time he comes new. That no root of bitterness springing up causes trouble. So whoever is leading you and trying to help you finish your work in holiness is really doing well. Not marriage, because marriage would surely create a vacuum in you and God. But if you have been given marriage from heaven, he will show you, because you see no need to say, I have to marry like people are married. No. You have a way, a special way to make things. Then he said, and by it many be defiled. How we get it? What marriage did they not bless by the so-called pastor or church? And there was no breakage of marriage. Now, has it become bitter? Yes. So it's a curse before you defile yourself. I hope you can see, obvious, pretty obvious. This is why I'm not preaching anybody's word to you. I'm telling you, they did it now. So whatever you do that is really, truly touching something, whether in sin or for joy, and the Lord shall return to you whatever you have done against him. Yes, surely. Now, Mark 7:18. Mark 7:18 said, and he said to them, are you so lacking in understanding also? Understanding is this, when they were also with him. You know, understanding actually, when you are prone to a prophet or a professor, or, you know, I'm telling you about an angel or the Spirit of the Lord working now. A country that is having someone creating and inventing, Kantanka creating. Yet you cannot see that he's creating. And you are saying, oh, he buys the engine from somebody. He makes the body of the car from maybe scrap or something. You are so cursed. Have you forgotten in Corinthians? If you are defiling him because you have not known his beginning, as he knows where he came from, as the good that he gave, he is not to be repaid of evil, and you are repaying of evil. Yet he exports car to white people. So you see the Lord who did it, from that you may see it here. And you came and you are also against him. You don't know. But when you finish your good, you send also your good, because they came down to tell you, because you have done the good, that they have also done a little. So they bought it so that you'll be a blessing. So that if their God arises for his enemies, you will not be their enemy. For they have received it in God's good faith, dollars. I'm only talking about this because I just have to be in plain kind of way. But when I begin also in my language, you understand another thing. So he said that this should not spring up what? Trouble. Also, and by it many be defiled. Wow. So all this thing work there. So we were on what? Mark 7:18. So as Kanaka is creating or something, do you say he's not creating? Do you say he's manufacturing? The word manufacturing is to have a new name, not manufacturing also. For what God creates, you cannot create it. But he will give you the power to do it. And that wisdom of the Spirit will tell you what you have done. Not claiming the glory of the Lord who did it. How we get it? So you can be even bigger and bigger than what was before time or beginning, because that we have done something that he couldn't do. Not counted. This one is countless. So when you kind of say, oh, we have number of cars in the country, you cannot count it. It's not one. Like we're told, one person, even shall be a blessing to many nations, and many nations are run to him. Have the white not run to Ghana to buy a car? You are not reasoning. You don't have it. Oh, do we not have, and not just car, we have so many things. Whatever you can find anywhere. We are better off even doing it here. Because we have the raw materials and everything as a spirit gift, giving. That is the gift. So if you are with any gift and you cannot put it into yours to do anything, you are cursed. Their gift will be laughing at you. So that gold will be underneath somewhere. They will be laughing at you. You don't know anything. Oh, yes, because they speak, they talk like, look, you don't know, whatever is made of the Spirit of the Lord is spirit and is living. It's flesh. You only claim you are seeing yourself as image or human being. That's why you see you are thinking you are the one living. Do you not understand that whatever goes into the man from outside cannot defile him? How we get it? So even if you are given a gold to swallow it, I don't think so. You know, it's supposed to do something for you. Now, Leviticus 19:31 says, do not turn toward mediums or spirits. This is where we can metaphors or emphasize, or we can enforce or implement that, because you have said is, Lord, be so unto me today, as I drain myself not of them, but I command myself not to be a one of them, so that whatever they do, it shall not come near. For your word says, you shall surely return unto them that also live on this, in that faith, and measure it, not unto them the Spirit, but the effectual working of it. We do not communicate through mediums for help of them. But if I tell you what you are communicating to is a Lord, so you have to reward the Lord with his gloriness and glory, power, and the sweetness, love, and joy, happiness. Life, for that matter, is the greatest, and that is love. That is the Spirit. So if you're talking of love, not just love, but you should know how you can travel in this love. Yeah, it's not a word or book written. It is something living on itself with the flesh, so that nobody should claim. They don't claim, they're actually claiming something, but they don't know what they are saying. Look at it. Do not turn to mediums or spirits. Because what? They are spirits. The angels already are spirits. And they appear in flesh to minister spirit to you, that you may receive your healing. The mediums are already created by what? The Almighty. So you do not consult through this. That is a window. Consult through the gate. The main person, holiness. Holiness is the main gate. If you sin first, and you now say, I'm turning to God, that, look, you were told he may forgive some of them, not you. I'm telling you. Because that is, you have passed through the window. You wanted to taste what is in the vagina or your penis first. Yeah. And we have done more than you are even doing. Yet we cannot be consumed. Because it is not on your purpose foundation. This is the Lord's own. You don't even understand what I've said now. So that when you have waist problem, issue with your ligament and joint over there, the devil in you, that is the devil, I'm telling you. That old man and old woman, they have an issue with their waist. Their waist ligament joint. So do not seek them out to be defiled by them. I said, I am the Lord your God. So the Lord is referring to you at that time. He is, or the Lord your God speaketh. So I will say it not, I am, I can say it just to you to understand. He is, or the Lord your God. The word of your Lord, your God, or the Creator. So Leviticus 21:11 says again, nor shall he approach any dead person. So who is any dead person? Anything whatsoever that is dead person around you. You shall not value it and say, this one, as for this is my kind of comrade, this, that. Oh, wow. You are defiled already. For lacking knowledge to disobeying. Who cleans this thing? If Christ was given power to cleanse someone, are you one of them that were cleansed by that person? Oh, I'm only asking your eye, your left eye. The devil is deceiving you over there. That is your left eye. So the devil can also be you to also cause you to see in one eye. You might think you are seeing with two. You are not seeing with two. One is deceiving you. And if one is deceiving, your whole eye will be deceiving you. I'm telling you. Your whole body will be put into something. So it says, not defile himself even for his father or his mother. So for you to think that is your father or mother dead, so you do this, you shall miss the Lord and the good thing of the Lord. You shall not see it unless you have somebody to clean you. But if you don't have any priest or saint or an angel to cleanse you for such a thing, mistakenly or for it to happen at the wrong time, you are defiled forever, because who will do that for you? I hope this is real giving. Now listen, Leviticus 18:25 says again, right after this, I'm going to go straight down because we have something else to talk about, not just only here. When they said that Christ raised people by touching, no, you don't know what power. When you have the Spirit already in you, and you are already flowing in someone, there is actually a measure also. That's why when you touch an anointed person, you will know that you have really touched somebody, not what you are living with. But if you touch somebody, you have something, a different experience, why not give yourself to that person and follow after that person or follow him? And you say what to say, I have a husband at home, I'll go after that. You receive the anointing. Love that is unconditional. And you're going to give it something that defiles you every day. That's fine. You know how holy people live? We can live billion years without even sexing or whatever, because sex is not what we are. We are love. So that if love, then you can see love can do all things without even having sex. You don't know what I've said. Maybe you should get into it. Now he said, therefore I have brought its punishment upon it. So the land has spewed out its inhabitants. How we get it? Whatever was hitting this earth or planet or whatever you call it, or inside of you, when you come before the presence of the Lord, nobody is to even see it to tell you. You yourself will speak it. And the Spirit will manifest it in you, and you unconditionally you make it known. I want to thank you so much how you've done the listening. Okay, now the last one here, I want to take this because I have to move on quickly to do something. Now Leviticus 18:28 says that, so that the land will not spew you out. You get it. They will not expose you like you've done to somebody. So listen, should you defile it, as it has spewed out the nation which has been before you? If not, they will just make you like something they have built, like a stone taken out. I hope you know what I'm saying. The mountain, as the Lord made it, that it's rain and shine, everything spilling over it, like you don't know what it's exposed to. Wow. Now I got into the New Testament. Everything I've said here is New Testament. You don't know. And it's not a testament. Because this is what? Declaring what you are living in. You don't know it. And I'm telling you where you are now. Oh, yes. So Mark 7:23 says, all these evil things proceed from within and defile the man. Whatever you have listened to from that time till now, that is what defiled you. Now listen again. Isaiah 24, verse 5 says here, I'm not mentioning dead people's name. I'm telling you there is a link to what I'm saying here. Because I have said I am the living. So that if I am the living, you can see me with flesh in flesh and talking to you also through a system. At least the Lord made it possible that I am able to talk to one or two people. So that the message, if they refuse to also convey, it is not me. I have done my work. If one person watched this, all the satisfaction. Now I said, the earth is also polluted by its inhabitants. Who are the people living? So you are there. Who inhabit the earth? And you claim the Lord bless you. Come to the environment. You see polythene bag, environment, polythene bag, as empty water. They empty the sachet, 10 pack content, and they place it or make the whole environment unclean. And now they expect another unclean spirit to come for those things and just put it where it's supposed to be. How can somebody who doesn't clean himself know where to keep something clean or unclean? So, for they transgressed laws, violated statutes, the Lord's own statutes, broke the everlasting covenant. So you see, you have broken everlasting covenant already. So what are you living in? You don't even have any covenant to live on. And that is where you lack it. So this is Isaiah 24 verse 5, and that you need. Oh, listen. So I will not even talk to you about this one once you don't even understand the truth of it. Thank you so much for your little silence because you are looking for this. Now listen to something and something else the Lord is able to keep people from being defiled. Now 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 20 says that, for if after they have escaped the defilements of the world, any world order or anything imposed, whatever is imposed on you by culture, tradition, politics, leadership or whatever, that do not go well, that you escape by the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, maybe also Jesus or Christ the Messiah or the Christ, they are again entangled in them and are overcome. How we get it? That is 2 Peter 20 verse 22, like 20. So we'll be going to 2 Peter verse 22 too. How we get it? So we are just covering into what? 2 Peter 2 verse 20. So we'll probably look for the 20 because there's something over the 22. Now, they may be hiding something sometimes. So when the Spirit now calls for it, you have to quickly go check for that because there's a link. So that the last state has become worse for them than what? The first. How we get it now? You were thinking, you ran from one marriage or man to this man, and it shall be well. Now it's become worse. From this to that. Oh, from this to oh, wow. So listen to this abomination. Now Revelation 21:27 says, and nothing unclean, and no one who practices abomination and lying shall ever come into it. So you as a lying spirit and lying tongue and lying flesh, you shall not have my flesh to be your redeemer or savior in this day. It's not true. I'm not your holy one. I'm not your savior. I have built my own kingdom. I'm not struggling to enter into people's kingdom now. It's my own kingdom and love affair, greatest life is for what I'm saying. A ruler for that matter, I am. Now, but only those whose names, listen, for what? But only those whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. You can have a pastor write your name in any book and claim that is it. But is he the Lamb's book? Is he carrying the Lamb's book, the light? That is the light. The book that contains your righteousness and all good. That is what we say, life, book of life. The Lamb's book of life. So you can have book of life somewhere. But it doesn't make it the Lamb's book of life. Because there is the Holy One's book of life. And which is different from any other book of life. So you can say book of life, but there is a Lamb's book of life. So that anything unclean shall not enter it. Even in the name of Jesus, you shall not enter it. Because once you become what? Unclean. Because you know what, with Christ or the angels or the Holy, the Spirit or visions that we are given. The vision is actually the Lamb's book of life. Now you didn't follow it, you follow after somebody's dream. How do you expect to receive life? And why is it that when they are going, they don't carry you along or go with them? We are almost done, right? Like not done, I'm almost sly here. I'm almost sly. So thank you so much. Let's move quickly to a place. Now I need us to talk about something that we are a little one over this. Oh, we almost even done. Okay. All right. So now jump to this. Deuteronomy 28 verse 26 says that your carcasses will be food to all birds of the sky. That's why if we are feeding the birds somewhere with something good, even good, wow. And to the beasts of the earth, and there will be no one to frighten them away. You get it? So there are kind of things you do when you leave those things around you. When the birds come to eat it, you don't have to sack them. Like people, you enter their house only to say you are a different spirit, they sack you out of their own uncleanness. Even as they are commanded not to sack the people. Whatever you are eating, let them come and eat it. But not every unclean thing. For you know you are unclean, so you sack righteousness. How that you have placed yourself in such a place. Huh? He said, do not frighten them away. You have to leave them with you. That is what they must eat. What have you eaten? That is also remain. Or what needful thing or wise thing have you done? That deserves a good courage. I hope you're listening. This is nobody's preaching to you. The ambulance that you carry around with defiled body, dead body, carrying it, passing a king's house or a priest. Who is a priest? If that person has not come to talk about it, so you see that you have not raised any priest. You say that you have not raised any angel, as they claim they have angels. Because if the angel comes with you and he does not ask you to do this, for when people come and they are defiled, and you tell that you are also defiled. That's why you're all failing something small, small. But the Lord is looking at the good thing you are doing too. Who is that person knowing this best that they should carry a ghost or corpse of human death of a sin, carry it on street? Where? Ambulance. Wow. Wow, a dog barking and looking to bite somebody, or bones, looking for a bone to break it down. And there is no wise person to get up and say, no, we don't do this in the land if you claim it's blessed. You shall not carry dead body on street, even looking for where they should be given life. As the Spirit of the Lord is life-giving, where were they and what have they done that they are dying? Is it this righteous, Let people say, oh, we know him, he gives food here, he does it. As for that one, they will transport you and give you what? A clean, patient kind of what? Administration. But the hospital is not meant for sinners. That is it again. For holy people, that's why it is holy. Who do you think should sleep on the white cloth? You allow dirty things to sleep on the white cloth. So it means you have defiled the white cloth again. I hope you get what I'm saying. You shall not say because they are dying. If it's for your selfish interest also to only have money that they have, that you claim is money, so you're making money out of uncleanness. So is it where unclean money comes in? So that when somebody decides to also come in to eat, you said, no, somebody's got a right to sack him. Wow, on this earth, you can sack the Holy One's angels. And he said, again, listen, he said, and there will be no one to frighten them away. And you have somebody who is always doing this. Based of that person himself didn't know who is right. So listen to why if somebody is dying, you do not have to say, I'm trying to give you life and get up. No. For if you do that, the Lord's anger will be upon you. This is Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a major prophet. I'm not calling dead or ghost of people. Because I have to just say, in sincere way, I've given their life. And I've not received abundantly in my wealth or good or materially. So I wait and tell you what I'm saying. For Jeremiah 16:4 says that they will die of deadly diseases. For if you are defiled and you have just, yes, so you see the result. They will not be what? Lamented or buried. So that you see, as they will not be buried, the ambulance, you carry them, where everywhere, saying people are dying. Why do you tell the prophet somebody is dying? Do they serve in the house of the Lord of the prophet, or they serve in another man's house? Now again, listen. They will be as what? Dung on the surface of the ground, and come to an end by sword. And famine, and their carcasses will be what? Will become food for the birds of the sky, and for what? The beasts of the earth. How we can see, the dogs look for bones to even chew. Wow. Now you listen and listen well. Thank you so much. As I would just probably put it here, and as we'll say, blessed hand. Thank you. So the ambulance, wow, that we are saying and talking about, this is where we say it should not happen. Thank you for your time with us, because this is all you need. Life is in itself different. So I just raised myself. As they said they killed me, I have created myself another way. I I created a new of me again. Superstar is just not somebody you just have to joke with. Because I show you, even your own work, what you are doing that gives you the strength and what is draining your energy. So do you not need my service? Or you probably need it. But when I come in that way of holiness, do you not know that I came in that how that is my home grounds? Like myself, I won in that place. So that death could not hold me down. As they cannot. What tree do they not pull down? What material? What did they not create me with as pampers and this and that? You don't know. That's why he said his name is placed on altar. You don't understand. Because he has died of all these things, but we woke up with it. Have you forgotten the food that I made living and unliving? Oh. Mm. Somebody need to see me a little more again. Thank you so much for your time with us. We have to say a very big thank you to you all for your goodness. I just have to say you have done so well. This is what we're talking about right now. The angels have a special message. Carrying a good message across this board. This is what we're talking about such things here. Carrying people everywhere. Where. All this is deadly. You don't have to carry them on street. Just pass through, secretly send them. You have been given a rule on the path. If the vehicle see you, they should give way. Not their will. Their will is causing what? A holy person to suffer without that sin. This is what the Lord of life, not your God, is saying. So I decided to really put this in here so that I look a little different again. Because I am myself. I'm not of somebody. Now take a little clue. Watch of this. Do you also find birds eating your homes like around you? Who comes around you to eat? So the best food to be given must be given. Look at it. So you see that if the birds of the air, as I just speak it, they are just around eating like this. Or you do not know where I am. This is what they are doing. Can't you see that? They are eating around. Oh, I just wanted to see that well. They are eating if that carcass. So if you made yourself a dust, they will eat you as dust. If you made yourself something that is not living, they will surely take you also off. Can't you see the image of somebody seated behind you? This person on your shorts, can't you see that? Oh, you love that, right? So if your WhatsApp, monitor your WhatsApp well. This is the last thing I'll say. Monitor your WhatsApp well, your Facebook, your email account. There are people trying to hijack those accounts because they see you to be doing cryptocurrency and this and that. Yet we have no money in there. So whatever we are saying, the food and money I have is that I made it even available for them. If you study with us and you know how to do that, is it not better than maybe when somebody has $1, you want to take it? Is that lawful? Can a nation be born of it? So that you have become a curse in the part of the scripture that says they should give birth to us dust. So you see the birds are eating from the dust. So they can chop you like that. If you are a curse like those things being born, you will be eaten up like this. I know there is a reason you have to live. But if you don't have to live, it's because you yourself, when they gave you life, you couldn't receive life. I don't have to use somebody's channel to tell you this because it is even impossible. But if I decide to be on one of them, you should know. Birds, I just mentioned it. So before we get to an end or part of this, you see that the birds are around. This is it. They are eating from around us. It's not your home ground. So even if the angels should eat the best field of the Lord, then they came to our host, eating. Thank you so much. Can't you see somebody, if a king you need? Can't you see him? If you are looking for an emperor, I should only be dressed for you to say it, or the spirit just portray it. Who in this do you not see? Look, take around and you see everything, every wonderful thing you need. Are you not seeing somebody right now different? Or what do you expect that I do or give? Maybe I've just done it yet. I'll look for another way to do it onto another thing. Thank you so much for sticking and closing with us. And your close marking, we say the Lord see that good of you. Yes, you must watch carefully things you say about those who really actually carry some kind of spiritual or spirituality. At least as for them, they have something they are leaning on. You know why? Because there's a communication between they and something else. Somebody just jump into your privacy. They come on your WhatsApp to say that, hey, sorry to interfere with your privacy. Look, that is a robber already. They wish to take from you 500, 400, 300. That is the kind of money they go with. It's a number, it's a figure given. Because they succeeded having it from somebody. So They think that is the only money that they can win with. Because when they show you that money they need is of interesting part that is 500, 400, all this is, that is what they rob. So that when you begin to have thousand, it means that completely you are gone. Who is so beautiful? See your works out there on street. Are we not working on it? That's check over there. Who is your great one? The great one is somebody taking you through a season or a time or a generation. Check this. I sow this seed of, we can say maize in this same house where the birds are eating. Do you not, were you not told that you should leave the field on your field? There are things you should harvest, but there are parts you leave on that very tree. So that the birds, the birds perch on it and they also make their good food and yield from it. What are you even eating that is left that you did not get? Look, even the flower of my maize or crop made this and I ate it. This, I see on the screen, it was something really powerful telling you. How you can see the flower part of the maize, it made it and I ate. So I've eaten a kind of food you have never eaten before. Hmm? This is not from your church because it's not a church that is talking to you. We are not church, nor would you say a religion. For I do not have any name given them by their Bible or books. But when you look for all the great people, angels, you'll find the name a reason. So there's one that is living in mighty way. I show you, I was going to actually give it this. Be able to watch all this lesson. Because there's no part of this that is useless if you take your life so serious. And also sponsor kind of programs like the food we eat. So you see, even in Accra, this is in Accra location. So on this same ground that is like this, where I step my foot walking, that I sow it this, so that it produces it also for me to eat a little. Maybe you need more of this. Let me just check if I have one of them around again. You might see this as though it's not your matter of concern, but let's see if it's food that you eat. But do you eat food? Wow. What do you eat? Do you live on earth so that I just ask for it also? Hmm, that's beautiful. I just want to say the Lord is so grateful to his people, and I'm very grateful to all the good. Most people love to invite you to their churches. Hey, be warned, be careful of them. They'll offer nothing. They only want to take your money and make use of it to something else. It's very unfortunate to talk about it. Some of them, I just don't want to talk to you about. Look, this is what I planted here, sow a seed. It's become a food, something I can live on. So I at least in this season, I have eaten something, sow it on this land in Accra with me in my own, checking and watching over it. You don't know what hell this thing went through. Even if you say it is the Lord, he went through hell himself. And I heal this, I heal it, I heal it. So this is what they said. And there was an angel who healed your maize or corn, but you don't know because I wasn't with you. I was in a place just doing it. Even if it was only two of this. Two seed of these things should have produced also this, or just one producing these two. I hope you understand me. So there are places you should put your treasure so that when we're talking and doing the good things always, you will also be a blessing, not a blessing from the earth, but maybe if you need strength, life. Have I not shown you the roasted part of this maize? Have I come to talk about somebody or something? There is a need. The one who showed the past is actually different. Thank you so much. I love to say you have also done well and you deserve the best right now. Check is this. Our colors even display the best. The best over there. On the screen, you see the beautiful colors. What is on this screen that you do not actually like? Show me one of that. Is it my dressing, my host makeup? I don't put on any makeup. I tell you, trust me. I don't go on the screen to or on the set to put a. There's a makeup already. The Lord makes it. That is changing ourselves in such situation. Thank you. Best as you can also grab me. Next time, I'll be your way.